And thanks to the progress we made in the past year, COVID-19 no longer need control our lives. I know some are talking about living with COVID-19, but tonight I say that we never will just accept living with COVID-19. We'll continue to combat the virus as we do other diseases. And because this virus mutates and spreads, we have to stay on guard.
President Biden tonight declaring the end of COVID as we know it. In a bit of luck for the president, somehow the White House, the CDC, the Congress, Washington, D.C., all ended their mask mandates today, as did 4 states with mask mandates for schools: California, Oregon, Washington, New York State not far behind. Here with Congressman Ralph Norman of the great state of South Carolina. Coincidence?
You know, if I had not been in politics, I would say maybe. Since I've been in politics, no, there are no coincidences.
There are no coincidences. The White House, we pushed back on this a little bit. They said, hey, look, we don't have anything to do with the CDC. They changed the guidance. Your facial expression says everything in that. I'm interested, though, in all of the empty seats in the chamber. I've covered a lot of State of the Unions. You've been there for a lot of them. The obvious response would be this would be some kind of organized Republican attempt to embarrass the president, was it?
Oh, no. No. Leland, 2 things. One, initially, Speaker Pelosi put a 25 limit for the Republicans. And she may have done it for the Democrats. I don't know. Then she took that off. And when she took it off, in talking to other members, they just weren't going to sit there and listen to a president who never says anything. I mean, he says words. And so it's more of a boring. We knew they would bring their own people there and spread them out so that it looked like there were a lot of people. But
well,
no.
Yeah. And then we know there's a lot of Republicans who said they didn't want to go because there was a COVID testing requirement. It did deny the president sort of this moment for us to all see life totally back to normal, and him there. This was a different State of the Union. We've been talking about this all day. I know you have as well, that never before has the president addressed a State of the Union from a domestic policy standpoint in the midst of this incredibly intense foreign crisis. Take a listen.
To all Americans, I'll be honest with you, as I always promised I would be. A Russian dictator invading a foreign country has cost around the world. And I'm taking robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, and that we use every tool at our disposal to protect American businesses and consumers. Tonight, I can announce the United States has worked with 30 other countries to release 60 million barrels of oil from reserves around the world. America will lead that effort, releasing 30 million barrels of our own strategic petroleum reserve. And we stand ready to do more if necessary, united with our allies. These steps will help blunt gas prices here at home, but I know news about what's happening can seem alarming to all Americans. But I want you to know we're going to be okay.
Granted, releasing 30 million barrels from the strategic petroleum reserves is the U.S. oil consumption for about 30 hours. The last time we went through this, gas prices went down by about 6 cents for a week and then went back up. That's conceded. Republicans, though, are making the point that these are incredibly serious times and say the president is not taking them seriously enough. Are you in that camp?
Well, absolutely. The facts bear it out. This is just another example of, in other words, saying releasing it from the reserve. We were the #1 exporter of oil and natural gas. We've got a 100-year supply. He canceled the pipeline. What we wanted to hear him say was, we want to be energy independent. We want to bring manufacturers back to this country. We're paying Russia, who is having genocide on the people of Ukraine. It's not an invasion, it's genocide.
This is serious times, and it's why I wanted to ask you about your tweet of Jen Psaki in the Russian hat. Do you really mean to say in this time that the White House press secretary is a Russian operative?
I don't know what she is, to be honest with you.
I mean, that's what the tweet would infer, that she's somehow not American.
Well, their actions toward Russia or not inaction, particularly with this, is not something that happened by surprise. Russia's been assimilating troops for months. And now, after the fact, to say we're having strict sanctions just isn't true. And, you know, why is Biden not hitting them with the oil? That's where the money reserves are.
Why not sanction the oil industry and allow U.S. producers to make up the difference? I know there's a lot of industries in South Carolina that support the oil industry. It'd be a big boom for you guys and the rest of the country. We're working on a couple of stories on that in the coming weeks. Congressman, we appreciate you being there.